Welcome to episode 3 of Fun with Film. This isn't fun with film. This is a very, very irritating, angry, because the camera keeps turning. This is why I like film. These videos are obviously made digitally and edited digitally. They're shot on a digital camera. They're edited in a digital editing suite. Blah blah blah. All that, everything, and nothing bloody works. This camera, you turn it on, you set it to record, it starts recording, it records for about 10 seconds and then turns itself off, and then you have to start recording again and hope that it survives the whole video. I've made this video 3 times now. It should have been out months ago. I made it 3 times now, and 3 times it's basically just said, no, I don't want to add. We're not going to be edited. No. And not only is it refused to even recognise the slides of all the chemistry that we've been putting into it, it's started to eat its own titles, which is really annoying. So we are going to look at making Rodinal. Rodinal, bottle of Rodinal, there we are. You've seen it before. That's the same bottle that I displayed in the standard development video, which isn't part of the Fun with Film series. It's a long time ago. It's still got stuff rattling around in it. It's probably still all right. It looks like Coke concentrate. Please don't drink it. It'll kill you. Rodinal is 4-aminophenol chemically. It's also known as paraminophenol or simply p-aminophenol. And it has a rather long chemical formula. It's not far from the longest. I mean, if you're a chemist, you can cope with it. If your chemistry ended at GCSE, you're going to find this one a mouthful. I find it a mouthful. I can't remember it. I have to look at it. H2NC6H4OH. So if your chemistry ended at GCSE, you should remember the OH bit. That's the hydroxide radical. So it's junk hydroxide radical. That's not unusual because it's a developer, and I've dropped a crib sheet on the floor. Most developers are alkaline, so there we go. And paracetamol chemically is acetaminophen. I'll say that again because I don't think it was quite right. Acetaminophen. There we are. And that's a lot easier. That's CaH9NO2. Just look at that and think, yeah, okay. It's one of those sort of benzene ring things, probably, with bits glued on it. It's a very effective painkiller. Everyone knows paracetamol, available over the counter. It's known for being an effective painkiller, and just in case you think, I'm going to take a few more, it's known to cause irreversible liver damage in overdose. And it can take about 6 weeks for that overdose, the liver damage, to show up, and then it kills you slowly and painfully. Treat it with respect. It's a useful drug. You're lucky you don't have to pay for your prescription charge for it, but it's extremely dangerous. As a most, if you abuse them. And the last bit is this, which I think I've shown you before, the empty drain. It's empty. That's annoying me. I'll tell you why. The empty drain cleaner bottle from Poundland. That's £1 in Poundland, except they haven't got any. It's on the website. Look, yeah, here we are. Super duper wonderful drain cleaner, ideal for making developer. It says, well, it doesn't say that, but yeah, £1. And it's £1 for half a kilo. It's £1 a pound, actually. It's just what we want. And it's there on the website. Yeah, available in store. No, it isn't. I've been to 3 Poundland stores and none of them have got it. And if I buy it off the website, it's not £1, it's £5. So when we can get some of that, we'll start. Crib sheet back. What we're going to do is grind up the paracetamol. We're going to weigh it out so we have a measured dose of paracetamol. And we're going to grind it up. And we're going to mix it with the drain cleaner. The active ingredient of the drain cleaner is sodium hydroxide. I'm sure you remember that from GCSE chemistry. Sodium hydroxide, yeah, you always have the acid and the hydroxide in you. You use it in titration. You do it in year 10, I think. Year 10? Yeah, I've done it with year 10 groups. Sodium hydroxide, oh yeah, lovely. Don't worry about it too much at school. Oh, it gets on my hands. Or wash your hands. And it comes like that in a solid form. It's just got a little bit of water with it. It gets hot when you put it in water, very hot, like boiling. It's not nice the way it's not nice at school. It makes your fingers feel a bit soapy, doesn't it? You know, you get a bit on your hands. That's because it's turning the oils in your skin into soap. In the sort of the solid state, the pure state, if it gets in your eyes, you're in for a lot of not fun. Yeah, it's serious. I mean, it's a major issue. It's irrigate with water with 10 minutes, and none of this whiny stuff. You used to get kids get stuff in their eyes. Oh, I don't like it. You're going to be irrigated for 10 minutes whilst we wait for the ambulance, and you are going to hospital. There's no question. You're going to hospital. Hopefully, we'll save your sight. It's that sort of dangerous. I will be wearing goggles. You probably won't see that. You will see my protective gloves, but you probably won't see the goggles. Yeah, some of you might remember me from when I was working in schools. Me, goggles, chemistry? Yeah, right. Well, I will be. And that hopefully is going to react with the acetaminophen, and will eventually produce the 4-aminophenol. And to that we're going to add one last thing, which is the sodium sulfite. That's another simple one. That's Na2SO3. That's a preservative. It shouldn't take any part in the action. We know it's a preservative because it's a commonly used food preservative. And I wouldn't recommend eating it. Seriously wouldn't. Apart from anything else, it tastes disgusting. I seriously wouldn't recommend eating it, although we all do. And that's available because it's commonly used in home brewing to sterilise your beer bottles and your wine bottles. Brilliant. So we'll mix all that lot together, and hopefully we will end up with a half-litre pot I've got downstairs a few days later of a nice pale pink liquid, which can be treated the same way as our Coke concentrate. And we will attempt to develop a film with it. Because it's likely to take quite a long time, I shall visit the fridge. I shall get out my nuclear emulsion and let it warm. And we will take one of these. Remember these from... God, that's going to have to be hoovered. From the whichever was film format video. And I shall put, because it's 5/4 sheet, I shall put 5/4 sheet of nuclear emulsion in one of these, and we will go out and expose that to radiation, solar radiation, as the Russians translate sunlight, and we'll see how that goes. That won't be developed in the Rodinal. That will probably be developed in a paper developer, or possibly very high dilution of HC110. But we'll see how that goes. That's something to do whilst we wait for Poundland to get their feet. Another thing about Poundland, I went in there the other day, everything a pound, except the first thing I saw when I walked in the shop, which was £3. I nearly complained. Anyway, down on anything digital and anything from Poundland at the moment. Once they've got it in, we'll get on making that. In the meantime, I'll try and look at the nuclear emulsion. That's enough, isn't it? Because hopefully see you again soon. Better tempered, with things that work. A nice, happy video with things happening and not me shouting, ranting and raving and threatening to dissolve people in acid. Okay, take care, and we'll see you soon.